We just had a lovely coffee with Crowe here as part of the race build-up for KONA 2015. Crowe, it's your first year not racing this event on Saturday. How do you feel?
I feel okay. I'm sure I'll have mixed emotions on Saturday, but to be honest, it feels right. This race, to do it the right way, needs to be the focus of your season. And to be honest, it hasn't been the last year or two. Young family and business, and so I think I'm on the right side of the fence, but I know when the gun goes off I'll be very jealous of all the athletes. Unfortunately, you can't have race day without the 11 months of preparation either, so yeah, I'm looking forward to watching. I think it's going to be a great race this year.
And have you any predictions for our winners for 2015?
It's such a tough race to pick because obviously, unless you're in someone's training camp for the build-up, you don't know exactly how their form is. So all we can really go on is what we've seen this year and past performances here. For the ladies, I can't really go past Daniela, Miranda, and Rachel. I think that's my podium. I'm gonna go with Rini. I just think she knows how to get it done here. And that being said, Daniela's had a phenomenal season. I mean, what she did in Frankfurt and Austria was just incredible. But I'm leaning towards Rini. She knows the conditions, and you know, defending champion coming back is highly motivated. So I'll say Rini, Daniela, and Rachel is my podium for the ladies. For the guys, once again, it's tough, but the two Germans, Jan and Seb, they've developed this amazing rivalry. Frankfurt last year, KONA last year, Frankfurt this year, Zelamsi this year. I think a lot of high-profile races where they've gone 1-2. And that's a true rivalry where I think they're bringing the best out of each other. And I've been going back and forth. I can't really split them, to be honest. I was leaning towards Jan, but I'm sort of swinging back a bit towards Seb. So I don't know. I'll say Jan first, Seb second, and I'm going to go Frederik van Lierde to round out the podium. I just think he had an off year last year. He was the winner here 2 years ago. It is hard to come back and defend for a lot of reasons, but I just think he's very consistent in all three disciplines. You know, dark horses, Ben Hoffman, Andy Potts, you know, and a couple of first-timers I'm interested. Joe Skipper and Lionel Sanders, a couple of super bike riders and guys who can also really hoof it in the run. So, yeah, there's a lot of interest in the race, but yeah, my podium will be Jan, Seb and Frederik.
You're really hedging your bets there by naming like the top 10.
Well, why not? I could name 10 more if you want.
And tell us a little bit about what the first timers here for KONA should really be watching out for. We literally arrived off the plane late last night and the humidity is quite high. So what would be your top tips for those racing first time for KONA on Saturday?
Don't rush out and start training in the middle of the day. Let the acclimation process happen slowly, and it will. Stay hydrated. I would do my training early and late. You're still going to get that stimulus for the changes. You don't want to deplete your body this week. I try and get on the time zone and just try and sleep as well as I can. Get as much sleep in the bank as you can this week. Stay out of the sun, which can be hard to do. There's a lot of excitement down around the pier and in the expo. So I would say take in the atmosphere and really embrace it and enjoy it. But also modify your activities to make sure you get plenty of time off your feet as well. And don't change too much this week. Don't go changing your diet or any of the equipment. The things that have worked for you in your build-up will absolutely work for you on Saturday. So have faith in that, have faith in your training, and just have a lot of fun out there.
As part of your retirement from professional racing, you have gone into business for setting up the business Sansego. Little plug there for you.
Thank you.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about the business that you've set up? I know you had a training camp here for a couple of days.
Yeah, well, it's a company that I started about 18 months or 2 years ago now, but really we've only been activating some things this year. We did have a successful training camp here 2 weeks ago. We had 45 very eager athletes, and the whole premise of it was, you know, I always would prepare with a team. I was self-coached my whole career, but I would get a lot of advice from a lot of really respected people. I'd go to a specific strength and conditioning coach, which was Dave Scott, who's also a great triathlon coach, but he had specific knowledge in strength and conditioning and was also a guy who had raced into his 40s in KONA, which I did, so he had the specific knowledge that I needed. So I would sort of outsource for a lot of that expertise, and it was always a team approach. So that's what we've tried to I guess that's the theme of Sansego, is create this team of people I've either trained with, worked with, or have been advisors to me, or just coaches that I'd heard of and really liked the way they viewed the sport and the way they would prepare their athletes, their techniques, their thinking, and not just that. I mean, some of our coaches have coached world champions. One coach has coached an Olympic gold medalist. They've also coached first timers and amateurs. So there's a full spectrum of experience right across the board in implementing training for athletes who have different time demands.
Well, thanks for joining us here, and thanks for the lovely coffee as well.
My
We
pleasure.
needed it to cool down. So we look forward to seeing and hearing all of your insights on IronmanLive.com on Saturday for my very first KONA Hawaiian Ironman.
Yeah, thank you.